Yeah, right. Walnut Hill Farm coming at you. Today's a big day. We're gonna go get Ibn. Problem. Windy out. It's cold. Hate it. But I'm supposed to go get Ibn today. Using a little trailer. It's easier to pull, and there's less space in there for them to whatever. But I ran into a couple snags. Last time I used this trailer, this dragged on the ground. So we're gonna have to figure that out. And the other problem I ran into is just about cut my finger off. Not ideal. So I'm gonna get this wire spliced in, get the trailer all done, go inside, get a bandage put on, and then head out to Cabochon to pick up Ibn. The nice thing is, we got like just incredible amount of wire here, but come on, would you? Okay. It is windy. Not a fan. Okay. Where's the bad part here? It's the hard part right here, trying to get these all separated out. So yesterday, what I was doing, being stupid really, what if we cut into this, you think? Just to see if it works, you know? As well. With an extra wire in here, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The double. 2 brown. And this has a single on it. And I don't know enough about it. And I'm kind of in a time crunch. But maybe tomorrow I can look at it, or tonight if I have time. Let's just get this, because I know that this works with this system. This is a system I bought at Menards that just gets mounted by magnets. But what I did was I drilled holes in the top of the trailer, and I used some metal brackets to basically secure them to the top so that they don't come bouncing out. I've bought like 4 of them in the past, and every time I buy one, I use it, and then that day or whatever, and then I get home, and you find out that like it's completely, like one time I was driving and one of them fell off. It was dragging behind me for like a mile on the highway, so it's like not optimal. And so they're like $40, whatever. So I bought like 3 or 4 of them, and then it's just like, why don't I just buy some brackets and attach them a little bit better here so that I don't have this issue all the time. Because it happened. It just would happen every time. The magnets aren't strong enough, Definitely not making things easy with a cut finger like this. Really puts a damper on most of the stuff I was trying to get done yesterday. I was trying to. This trailer has like an open back, but this trailer has like an open. You can kind of see out when you're in it, in the top. And goats be goats, and I'm very concerned that he or any goat will try to escape. Oops. Shit. And so, that being said, I don't like that. So what I was going to do is I was going to put a board in there. It's got a little section for a board or some kind of thing. And so I was going to do that. Ouch. I was going to cut a little section of like a 1x12 that I found. What, kitty? Oh my God. Doesn't feel good. I don't do a lot of electrical stuff. I hate electricity. I can't see it. I don't like it. I don't understand how it works very well. I would guess people probably don't even classify this as electricity. But to me it is, and I don't like it. It never works the way I want it to work. You'd think like electricity is so easy. Oh, it just does like this. Oh, okay. No, it never does, dude. It never has worked for me. I've been electrocuted in the house. This is going like this. I don't know why I'm having such a tough time separating these out. Okay, let's try it. A wire nut on here, which again probably won't work. I just don't have good luck with this stuff is really my problem. And I don't know if it's because I don't take my time with it or if it's truly because I just don't know what the heck I'm doing. This should work. This seems very simple and straightforward, and that's why I'm like, shouldn't be a problem. It should work just fine. Get contact across all the wires. I think that it looks pretty good. Tight. There we go. Look at that. Done. Okay. I'm gonna hang this all up. Go get the goats. The water's probably frozen. I think it was like 22 degrees last night. It's not ideal, Yeah, awesome. I had a contractor come out to the farm to help me with that trash behind me here. Local guy, and he's done barns before, which is incredibly important for us because we want to save this thing. And so came out and we talked about different options this morning to see what we could come up with to help to save it. And so we're hoping to get on his books this year to get things done in there. A couple different options. Most of it is not repairing the existing foundation necessarily, but actually bringing in a big beam and pouring some new jackhammering out some of the concrete inside, pouring some footings, putting a beam in and getting it sturdy. So we'll be doing another video on that hopefully in the next couple of days to kind of showcase what that looks like, what our specific barn needs, and then go over that kind of stuff, because anybody who's looking to purchase or anyone who does have some small acreage or a homestead with a beautiful barn like this, or even a beautiful house, it can be really daunting when they're this old because you're really torn between preservation and modern solution, right? At least I am. So for me, I want this barn to be incredibly functional for me, and I want it to last and not get ruined. Here's the culprit right here. I came in here last night and finished, but the glove. Ooh. If that gives you any idea on what happened to my finger. Not good. Okay, that's the board though. So let's get these goats. We're torn against I want to preserve this wall here. I want to preserve the roof, the ceiling. I want to do all that kind of stuff because to me that's what's important. It gives a lot of character to the space. Say hey. 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 Good morning. We'll go outside. Oh, it's gonna be hard because my finger is hurt. Oh, Mill. Just wait, Mill. Ouch, okay. Arm. Look at this. Gotcha. Spice is usually pretty good. No. Gotcha. Alright, girls. Go on. Yeah, I almost cut my finger off yesterday. Being dumb. I basically was trying to get this board cut. The board broke in half, which you can't really help. But what happened was when the board broke in half, I was cutting it on an angle, and I was holding the part that dropped. And when it dropped, the blade popped up like this, and somehow my finger got underneath. Not 100% sure how, and got me. It definitely didn't feel very good. Not a mistake I want to continue to make. When you're rushing, not looking, I just wasn't taking safety seriously, which is my first mistake. Taking it for granted that I know what I'm doing. This is my little trailer. So those are the lights I'm talking about. Looks like I need to get a little update on it. Those are the lights. Those are how they're wired in right there. Down the side of the trailer. Not ideal. But it works. So what I was going to do is this part is open. I don't want a goat thinking he can jump out of that. So what we're going to do is put a board up in here, spanning it to give a little less visibility out. And I don't know that it'll be a problem necessarily. It's a risk, one of those things that's like not something I want to mess with if I can help it. This is going to be too big. Just a skosh. Just a skosh too big, you stupid effing. It's too tall. So I got a table saw. Take an inch off. Not even, I don't need anything. But we will do that. Guess I could rip it with the skill saw quick. Talking about taking more time, and here I am like, can we not? Can you do it faster? How do we go faster? Anybody help me do that? We're going to take a little bit more than I think I need, because I don't want to come back. Instead, I think I need an inch. I do an inch and a quarter. No. Why? What could you possibly want in here? Oh, I'm glad I didn't take an edge off. Look at that. Perfect. So now I'm going to go get a couple screws and tack it in. That'll give me a little bit more visual barrier for the goat. And worst comes to worst, you can see my handiwork before. I'll put some stringers up there. Okay. Let's go get the drill. Be right back. Jinxie's sitting out here like it's spring break. Okay. Oh, like it. There's a break right here. You can't see it on that side, but there's a break right here, and both of my screws are going to be here. So there's thankfully 2 holes on here and on here. So I'm going to put another one right there. And I'll call it good. Oh, heck yeah, you betcha. Okay. I'm going to look out the window. Crystal. Why, honey? It's not the most ideal. We got some issues going on with this right here, keeping it lashed. What I gotta do, I run a ratchet from that all the way across the back to that side usually, just so that the door doesn't pop open on me, because there's no latch mechanism. They just kind of like, you turn them and then they fall down. They hit a bump and it pops up. It can wiggle out. It's not my favorite. Woosah, I think we're ready to go. I'm gonna move the trailer up front, plug it into the truck, show how the lights work. That's spliced in, and then I gotta get some coffee, some breakfast, and then truck up to Zimmerman to get my new goat. And when I tell you I'm excited, you guys, I am very excited. I think this goat's going to bring a lot of interesting stuff to this farm. I'm just really excited, and I think that my kids are excited, my wife's excited. I haven't been able to sleep. Just like thinking about getting him, bringing him here, you know, what the kids are going to look like, what do I need to do to make sure he's got everything he needs, looking for heat and all this other stuff. It's one of those things, this line of work, or hobby, whatever you want to call it, it's just so much that can go wrong, and there's so much that can go right. This is something I've been working towards. I was a dog, I wanted to be a dog breeder, and I don't know why. I just I care a lot about the breeds and the animals, I think, and I want to improve them. And then part of me is like, there's probably millions of people out there who say the same thing and that are doing the same thing. That can be defeating, because like, who am I to do any of this? Especially animal life is really important, and it's scary to be like, yeah, I'm going to be having baby goats on the farm, and I'm going to be taking care of them, and they're going to be my responsibility, and I need to make sure they go to a safe home, and I need to make sure they get the right nutrition if something goes wrong. There's just so much that goes into it, and so much care and attention that needs to be given to it. And even on a small scale like myself, I feel like it's a little bit, I don't want to say more important, but on a small scale like this, it's absolutely something that's incredibly near and dear to our heart. And small catastrophes, small things that maybe you couldn't solve, or couldn't have thought of, or should have thought of and didn't, like my finger. I think about this just last night. I couldn't sleep. Damn near cut my finger off, and all I can think about is, I should have just stayed in the house. I should have just relaxed. I should have just waited to go out there. I didn't have to go rush. And it would have saved me a lot of blood, medical bills, time. You know, my daughter's super worried about me constantly. She's, Daddy, so worried about you. You make bad choices. That's what I don't want to be doing. But it's like, how do you know, right? So, at any rate, you get this loaded up. You'll go get it in the buck. We'll have a video introducing them later, but today, take deep breaths, drive safe, get him home, get him acclimated, get him comfortable. And then tomorrow, we'll go do it again. Get another guy. Have a video on him in a little bit here. Thanks for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. Really appreciate it. I'm trying to come up with a new ending, and the new one that I got, which I am starting to really like. Thanks for watching the Walnut Hill Farm. You don't have to have a goat to be the goat. I wish it was a little closer. Yeah, buddy. Hi. Yeah, buddy. Let's move around in here a little bit. Probably thirsty. We're gonna get this shut for a second. I don't know if I should bud this up against here because they can get back here behind it. And I don't want them to jump out. So I'm leaning towards putting this more right here underneath this tree. Move this. And then heck yeah, we did it. He's in. And he is just walking around. Little Ibn. Or Big Ibn. Good boy, he's here. This is gonna be his paddock. Gotta do a couple things. Throw that hay that he brought with him in his feeder, just so he knows that. I get that pallet out so he can't escape. And then I'm gonna move this, so kind of underneath this white pine right here, so that hopefully, because if I leave it here, my fear is, see this back? If he gets up on that, and then he could then maybe jump out. We really don't want that.